Your Friendly Hoods viewers have accused me of being a Calvinist and teaching multiple points from the tulip. And the reason why they claim this is because I believe in reprobation. They claim I teach both total depravity and limited atonement. In Calvinism, the doctrine of total depravity is you have no choice to believe in Jesus Christ since the day you were born because of your sinful nature. And God has to force you to get saved. He has to force you to believe in him. Well, what the Bible teaches is that everyone has the choice to believe in Jesus Christ. Everyone has the chance at getting saved. Now, there are some people who God hardens. If you read Romans 9, you'll see that. And these are people who, by their own choices, through their own actions, have caused God to react to them with anger and harden them. Now, in Calvinism, this is something premeditated and preemptive. God goes out of his way to do it before you're even born. But that's not what the Bible teaches. Reprobation is because of your own actions. If God hardens you, that's on you. You deserved it. You made him mad. You're a child of the devil. To even get to the point where God hardens you, you yourself already have to have a hardened heart and despise God. So God just decides, you know what? You want to be an unbeliever? You want to go to hell? Fine. You can go to hell. But the other aspect of total depravity, the sinful nature aspect, also has nothing to do with reprobation. If you read Romans 1, the people who are reprobates are vessels of dishonor, and it says that they are filled with all sorts of sins. That is because these people have their conscience seared, once again, through their own choices. These are people who do not want to be convicted by the wrong that they're doing, so of course they're going to be filled with all sorts of sins. They have their conscience seared because they wanted to sear their conscience to do them in the first place. Why wouldn't they be filled with them? They're not forced to commit these sins because they're reprobate. They choose to do so whether or not they have a seared conscience, period. The other one is limited atonement. In Calvinism, since you are totally depraved, you can't choose to believe in Jesus Christ, God has to unconditionally elect you. He has to choose you for salvation and force you to believe. And since God is only choosing some people to get saved, limited atonement teaches that Jesus only died for those select handful of people. Now, these Your Friendly Hood viewers claim that I teach limited atonement because I teach that God hardens people, and that these people, once they're hardened, their eternal destination is hell. Well, the thing is, these people, they had a chance at getting saved, and as I mentioned earlier, they hated God, they hardened their heart to the truth, they resisted it, they hated Jesus Christ, and eventually God handed them over to do what they wanted to do. Jesus died for them, and they spat in his face. Jesus died for them, they had an opportunity to go to heaven, but they decided, you know what, no. I want nothing to do with you, God. I don't want to even retain you in my knowledge. I want to go out. I want to have my conscience seared. I want to do a bunch of nasty stuff. I don't want to think about you. I want to go to hell. But no, I don't teach Calvinism. That's not what the Bible teaches. And reprobation is not Calvinism. These claims come from people who don't understand what reprobation is. And if you want to see what they teach on reprobation and you yourself are unsure about it, I have a video I'm going to leave in the pinned comment where I go over this more in depth. It's quite simple to understand. These people just don't understand what reprobation is, and they just go off of whatever some guy on the internet tells them, and then they just make up stuff as they go along. They don't even know what Calvinism is. You know, I actually used to be a Calvinist, and this might come as a shocker, but I never even heard of reprobation until like a year ago. First time I heard about it was somebody clowning on Steven Anderson. And I know Calvinists are big about babbling on about how everyone's a reprobate except them. But no, my belief in reprobation has not carried over from the time I was a Calvinist. Didn't even know what it was. So no, I'm not a Calvinist. I have a whole playlist against Calvinism if you'd like to go watch it.